Hi guys, welcome to Moon's Mirror Tarot. This full moon in Libra is stirring up changes, especially in how we relate to others. Whether it's work, friendships, or family, you might notice things shifting right now, but the biggest shift is happening inside of you. This reading highlights how you've been wearing so many hats, taking care of so many different things, and being so many things for so many people, and still managing to make it all work. If that sounds like your story, stick around because Spirit has something to say and this one's for you. All right, let's get into it. Hi guys. All right, so this is going to be a spread for the full moon in Libra, just to show you what's coming up, what message Spirit has for you, what is being illuminated, and what you're releasing. All right, this should help you be better prepared for this full moon in order to utilize the energy to the best of your abilities and for your highest good, or for whatever it is that you're interested in doing with it. All right, let's get into it. Okay guys, you know I'll always look at the bottom and the top of the deck. I just lay them out here just so I could see them. All right, I'm too lazy to keep flipping my hand over again and again. So boom, here it is. All right, so this is what you're working with right now. What is happening with you? It's temperance. You're learning how to balance things. I'm trying to get rid of the glare. I hope you don't see it. Anyways, this is temperance. You see she's just standing there on one leg, one eye open. I feel like she's watching everything anyways. She's never fully tuning all the way out. All right, so she's really half in, half out of everything going on around her. And another message coming through for me is that's exactly what this moon is about anyways. It's balancing. That's why you're keeping your eye on things right now. You need to know what's going on, so you need to know, or so that you can know exactly how to move. All right, what is coming up for you that you don't see? We have the Lovers here, so it could be another person coming in for you, or it could just be a choice that you're making, because the Lovers originally was about choices, making choices, but it's also about coming into union with yourself or with another person. Take it as it resonates for you and your situation. For those of you that are single, you may see love coming on the horizon, especially if it's something that you're interested in. But if you have been working on healing and self-healing and self-love, then you're most likely unionizing yourself within yourself. This is also being watched over by Spirit too. This process is being guided by the spirits in your life at the moment. There's a lot of peace and harmony coming up. That's what you don't see coming. So if you're going through a lot right now, and if being in balance means that one day you're one person and the next day you're somebody else, because oh my God, there's just too much going on. If you've had to wear 13 different hats and be a different thing to everybody, trying to balance everything out, there'll be a period of peace and stillness coming up that you don't see coming. Okay, so that's what you have to look forward to, and this is being brought to you by Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. All right, so where you're standing right now is a Three of Wands. You've set things in motion already. You've made your plans and you've already started taking action on them, which is really good. You're making sure that things are happening. Give me a second while this one comes through for me. Waiting on your ships to come in. That's basically the meaning of this card, though. It's like waiting on your ships to come in. You're seeing the results. Thank you. I was waiting on the channeled message to come through. Sometimes it doesn't come right away, guys. Sorry. But basically, you're waiting on the results, okay, of actions that you already took place, so you can know what to adjust and how to correct things as you go. There's a lot of adjustments that you're making. That's really what I'm getting. There's a lot of adjustments, because maybe you've already started seeing some results from things and you're realizing what needs to be changed. Take it as it resonates, okay? This is going to mean something different for everybody, but this is the main theme, all right? I'm looking at the theme, the energy, the message. All right. So next we have your crossroads. What lies before you? Ooh, the King of Pentacles. Well, okay. This could represent a person, or it could represent an energy. You could be oscillating between two different lanes right now. There may be one person that's like a just hustle, hustle, hustle energy. You're always busy, you're always moving. And then leaning into, or beginning to lean into, this person that is relaxed and has everything well in hand. He's got everything around him, everything that he needs around him. He's just abundant. He is living abundantly, lavishly, and he actually enjoys sharing that with other people too. For some of you, this is going to represent a person bringing this energy in. You know what I'm actually getting to is that a lot of people are trying to get to this spot. This is really a goal for a lot of people, and you're trying to, that's what the adjustment's about. Okay, thank you. The adjustment is trying to figure out how to bring this in. So you're making changes, adjusting things, balancing things out, right? With that temperance there, trying to figure out how to get to this spot. It's there, it's within reach, and it's actually coming in for you. It could be another person, but a lot of the times my messages will focus on you specifically and your energy. All right, so this is what Spirit is illuminating for you. This is, okay, for some people, it will be about a King of Pentacles coming in. But for many people that do find this message, it's going to be about you doing this on your own, resting in your comfort. It's really enjoying the fruits of your labor, enjoying what you worked so hard for, really. The thing about the apples and oranges here, it's like, I'm getting like the best of both worlds. Whenever people talk about comparing apples to oranges, they're talking about two different things. Like, they're both fruits, but you still can't really compare because they're in two different lanes. I was talking about unionizing, bringing two different parts together, making it a whole. You could be making if you are a parent, you could be bringing parenting and the business world together, finding a way to make a balance, right, between both of those sections of your life. It's like figuring it out somehow. Like, you may have been having a hard time putting your efforts and energy into parenting, and then having to completely shut down the parenting lane for a second just so that you could focus on the business lane or your career. And you realize that that's not sustainable. So figuring out a way to manage those two things so that you can take care of both of them at the same time, because they're both equally important. That's really what's going on here. And it looks like you're finding a way. That's what Spirit's letting you know. And that you have that within you. You might not necessarily need other people to help you. A lot of times I get like collaborative messages. I'm not really getting that. It's like almost like the magician is here. You already have everything that you need. All right. This is what's influencing you right now. Your incredible intuitive abilities. You got the High Priestess here. And the High Priestess is letting you know that you already know. She does move in silence. She doesn't really say anything. I feel like that's also a message for a few people, is not to let everybody know what your freaking plans are. Not just your plans, but what you're working on, and just any of that. What your focus is. Don't necessarily let people into that. Wait until it's done and you're enjoying the fruits of your labor before you start telling people about the different things that you did. When you receive inspiration, just go on ahead and make a move on the inspiration, because you're already tapped into Spirit. You've got your polarity here that you're bringing into center and receiving your messages from there. I hope that made sense, because it makes complete sense in my mind's eye. So you've got your you over here and your you over here, and you're bringing them together to get the complete message. Okay? That's another way of saying that. What you're releasing right now, or embracing. And this looks like more embracing. It's learning how to have fun. Okay, there we go. That's really the message about the Page of Cups. This is something new for you, a new lane, a new avenue that you might be going in, or you're bringing that student energy that freshness. When you start learning something for the first time and it's something that you like, you have fun with it. It's fun. It's some of the best times in your life is, starting at the beginning where everything is fresh and new. And I feel like that is what Spirit is telling you to bring to whatever it is that you're working on, to not be so rigid with it, not be so strict with it, not be so, focused on getting it to look a certain way. Really take your hands off the steering wheel for a little bit and let Spirit drive. And it's funny because as I was shuffling, that was kind of an intuitive message that was coming in for me. So it's kind of funny to see it coming out in the cards, especially with this Page of Cups. Like, yeah, the Page of Cups is about an artist. It can be artsy, it can be spiritual, tapped into his emotions and everything like that, or hers. But I feel like the main message here is really have fun, get messy, laugh at the things that go wrong. Don't take everything so seriously. You're not going to collapse. You're not going to pop, even if it feels like it, because half the time it really does, especially during this season right now. The full moon in Libra can bring about changes in a lot of different relationships with people, but also the relationship with yourself. All right. So whenever you can, take a spare moment to breathe, relax. And actually, no, I want to use this deck. Not to take life so seriously. It's so easy to do that, though. All right. Any last? I didn't even get the whole question out. Okay. Let's see what 5 million cards came up. We have the Beaver. This is a new deck. These are all new decks for me, so I'm just kind of learning how to work with these. But we've got the Beaver. It just tells me you're busy building. Good for you. Look at this. Another message of having fun with the Otter. This might as well be a squirrel. Using your talents and gifts in several different areas. You're managing a bunch of different things. You're wearing a bunch of different hats. I feel like it's the same message over and over again. All right. And to take a moment to breathe. Take a moment to breathe, pause with the Heron. And observe. I'm getting that too. Step back and observe for a bit, because in these silent moments when you're just looking, things kind of fall into place. But when you're too busy making action steps, right, just moving, doing, when you're caught up in that type of cycle of life, it's really hard to see. If you're having trouble, it's really hard to see what your next step could or should be. So just pause sometimes. If you feel stuck, just take a second, breathe in, breathe out, and see what Spirit has to say, because inspiration often comes that way. So again, you have the Beaver, the Otter, the Octopus, and the Heron. Numbers, because I'm not doing it all the same time. Clearly, we've got 9, we've got 8, we've got 7, and 6. Listen, this is crazy, and this is all the same element. I know I said this is a new deck, but I done shuffled and did like 7 readings with this deck so far. There's no reason why these cards should be in order like this and all the same element. I just feel like this is another way of saying you are in alignment. I'm a little shook right now. I hope that helped you. I promise you I know how to shuffle. Another thing, I never, and when I say never, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I never just put my cards back together like this. It bothers me. And you know why? Because stuff like this would happen all the time to me. And I needed to make sure that it wasn't just happening because I didn't know how to shuffle. So I will split the deck up and start putting all these cards back just like this every time. So they will, if they come back up, I know that Spirit's saying, I said what I said. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that helped. Happy full moon. Bye. Thank you for watching. If this reading spoke to you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It helps the message find the ones who need it the most. And remember, you're not just surviving the shift, you're transforming through it. So keep going. Your spirit team sees you, and so do I. Until next time, may spirit guide your steps and bless your path now and always.